quick move, guys. Have a rest. We'll come back in the middle. We'll do our tech, and then we'll get stuck in a round. You got any drink? Just come chill. Come chill. Sammy, I'll borrow you if that's all right, because you know what I'm going to do. I think that's going to be working, isn't it, Sam? Yeah, that's all right. That'll do the job. All right. Okay, come in nice and close, guys. All right, so the other day, last class we were working on the kneecap. So I'll just quickly go through what we were doing there. We just were working on coming in, staying away from the feet, holding the hips, bringing the knee in, and then we're just starting to work on getting that kneecap past there. Cool? Now, what I wanted to work on tonight was a situation that happens a lot when you do kneecap, and the guy brings the hook up inside. All right? So when I go in to do the kneecap, I do the same approach. I'm moving here, controlling the feet. Right? When I see the opening, hand goes to the hip, I bring my knee in. But this time, they bring the hook in. All right? And this can kind of like really stuff us up on the kneecap. I could try to keep driving through, but the problem with if I keep driving through is all he has to do is extend his leg, and now he's going to kick me forward. So as I start to drive through, he's going to kick, and then he starts to get my weight off him. And now all my weight is on my knee, and all he has to do is keep spinning, spin, 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 boom, and he can start to go to my back or come up or something like that, right? So what I have to do in this situation is start to change the angle of the pass. I have to try to make the hook sort of nullify the hook. So even though it's still there, it's not effective in how it's working. And the easiest way to do that is to change myself around the hook. So when I go in to do my knee cut and he does the hook, this is called reverse de la riva, by the way. When he goes to do reverse de la riva, again, if I keep trying to drive, it's not going to work. So what I can do here is I can back out a little bit and pull his leg open, just to make some space to bring my outside knee around his hip, or around his knee. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, and change. So I'm putting my knee right on his hip here. Cool. So it's like this. 1, open, change. So now I'm kind of clamping my knees together. But if I stay here, it's not an effective way to pass, right? So from this situation, I'm going to let my hip just fall towards his shoulder. So I'm just going to lean onto him like that. Cool? So it's important you guys do that. If I stay up here too long, then you can start to get the knees and start to do things like this and make it difficult. So this is all sort of like one movement. Like once you get to here, it's 1, 2. And I just want to keep my toes on the mat, keep them active, keep my weight over the top of him. Now I'm just going to control his leg as best I can to keep it open. And I just circle my leg in and then out. Cool? So don't just try to drag your leg out. Just kick it in towards the groin and then you can bring it out. All right? Or if I go to get my foot out and it's stuck, I can underhook and go back to the kneecap on the other side as well. On the same side as well. Cool? So, just go this way, Sammy. So we're here, controlling, go in, he catches me. Look, I circle back, bring my knee inside. Once I've got my knee inside, I just flop my hip over, look. Boom. Just land with my hip right on his shoulder. From here, I'm just controlling his leg, pushing it open, controlling the leg. If I kick my leg out and it comes out, beautiful. All right? We don't have our partner's head, so if you go to side control, you could sprawl. So all I'd say here is just put my hand next to the hip and then go to like a front control position. It's going to be easier to control the head or control the body. If I go in and I get my position, here, fall, and I can't bring my leg out for whatever reason, maybe he does that, I'm going to go underhook, and I just change back into my kneecap pass. Now, if he still has my foot, no problem, I'm just going to push under the top. I like to push the bottom leg, some guys like to push the top, bottom leg, or top leg and go this side. Cool. You need to get that underhook first. You can't go do that. But the main part of the drill is going to be here. 1, a hook this time, look. Just circle back and sit on the hook here. All right, like engage onto the hook. Don't just keep going through kicks, or it's going to be terrible. All right? It's a hard situation to get back. So sort of circle, keep pulling the leg back until you feel like you can get your knee in front. Then from here, just flop down. Now I can keep the legs open. Step, go side control, or go around to the front. Cool? Kneecaps are really strong, especially in no-gi. You can do them when the guy's sitting up, laying down. They're a really good position to learn. All right, there's a lot of variations to kneecaps as well, which we're going to go into. But this inside double heel hook can be a real challenge for kneecap passers when they get in, because they feel like there's just not that stability when it's out, and it is difficult to get the hook out because if I take the pressure off, that's kind of what he wants, right? So I kind of need to keep the pressure on, but at the same time, I can't just get my leg out because it's hooked. So I need to think about like, how can I utilize this position to make it better for me? At the moment, the hook's active because the toes are on me. You can get pressure forward and back and side to side. As soon as I start to bring my knee in, the hook becomes inactive now. It's not as active as what before. If you stretch his leg now, it doesn't make any difference to my position. So I'm nullifying the hook first. Then by leaning, well, now I'm just putting my weight on him. Just don't put your weight like over here, obviously. If you do this, he's going to kick you through and he can start to get the back. So you really do need to fall with your weight on the same side. One. Move back, catch it, fall, open the hip. Look where my weight is, it's right in my toes. So my toes are active. My knee, this shin, I kind of use like I'm pushing his leg away. Does that make sense? I'll just spin around. Like when I've fallen, I'm sort of falling like that, but I'm using my shin like a block. So my leg will be in, and I'm sort of pushing I'm blocking with my shin. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then when I step out, I can use that to control and then go to my side control. Like change my position. Cool. So one more time. Yeah, control. Cool. I'm just going to change my position. Fall. I use my shin a little bit. Step my leg out, and now I'm on the side control. Cool.
Are you bothered about whether your arm lands over the shoulder or under the armpit?
Sometimes it's going to be difficult to get from here, and under the head and drop the hip. You can, but it can be difficult. So I prefer just to go here, right? Now I'm just leaning on him and then step out. Cool? And sometimes I have the arms up like that. But if you can get under the head, that's good too.
Can you get under the armpit too, like coming back under his armpit? Would you prefer that? Or?
What side, Matt?
So you drop it in the same position, but instead of having your crossface there, your arm over the top.
Oh, under the arm like this?
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just holding like this. Like this one?
You know, your left arm.
Oh, like here?
Yeah,
this is all right. Yeah, but you need to be careful, like the guy can't take the back here or whatever. Yeah, push you down. Yep. So if you do this, just keep it nice and tight, keep it up high. Yep. And put pressure. See how he's already like gone into the half guard now? Yeah. Okay, so now what I would do here, if he goes to half guard from this situation, all I'm going to do here is just put my arm on, like change my arm. And then I just go here to the knee cut here. Oh. Simple side. And now if he goes underhook, then we switch to the other side. All right, where you can if you like. But yeah, so any of those sort of like side controlling positions when you're from here, here, they're all going to be good. Cool. Open the leg, step out and go. It's almost like when you do the X guard, when they do X guard. So it's like a similar thing to when he does the X guard here. If I'm here, I'm not controlling his hip at all. It's a similar concept. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my knee in and then I lean out. Right, so I'm controlling the hip. So now it's super simple to push the legs and step off. It's a really similar concept. Cool? So you're just thinking about controlling the hips with the shin and then keeping that weight up high. So now all that he's got is just my leg. So when I'm here and I back and I go here, now when I drop my shin is controlling the hip, my weight controls the upper body. But if he tries to do anything with my leg, it's like, that's the only thing you can do now. tried to lock my leg. So all I do is just kick his leg apart and then step the leg out. So very similar concept. Cool? Like us on 3 feet, 1, 2, 3. Go through it a few times, and then from there we'll just go into our round. Excellent. Thank you, sir. I just got to go to the toilet quickly. Whatever way you just got your hip on my shoulder to stop me roll you or anything like that, and then just slowly you undo that leg. So you push it, that's it. That's it. That's it works, so when you do the knee back, someone goes this side.
Try to close and stuff, look at good position outside. Yeah. I struggle a bit trying to get that leg out. So minutes, once I go, if you fight to another, you want to be on the clock. Yeah. Since you're putting something there, now it is a bit.
Just the knee.
That's when someone is sitting there like
Yep.
yeah.
There, I probably would have given up my back. Yeah. More I've shipped over.
Unless you're really sleeping loud nowadays. It's all good plan. You know, like, yeah. Yeah, you see your hip is all the way to the other side.
Shifted my weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will be. You got a high step brothers in there. Yeah, but the level was pretty good, I think.
Yeah. This was the thing yesterday. Yeah. What is they can react to it? Yeah. Okay, got a quick guys. Start our free rolling round.
about here Wednesday? Is Andy on here? On Wednesday, Andy on on Wednesday? Yeah, exactly. Every day 6:30. Yeah, yeah. No, if I knew it over here, I was good. I haven't gone out of the house today. It was fucking shame on me.
All right, ready? 6 minutes, free rolling. Start standing on the ground. Ready? That one. That's how to defend the bulldog shape.
What's that up there? You got it on the way that I couldn't really get off. Because you were defending the stuff. Yeah. So I like to be quick because if I slip on that, you get to be like, I can go around. Yeah. So we're just going to take a few weeks to memorize everybody.